On Inside Track this week, Michael Wolfe, president of Midboro Management, explains why it's so important to review engineering reports to avoid overkill.
We had a property that was undertaking a large Local 11 project, and in 2013, the city included railings, balconies, fire escapes, and catwalks into Local 11 inspections. And that was due to the unfortunate tragedy of somebody falling through a balcony because the balcony was loose and not necessarily secured properly to a building. The engineer that the cooperative engaged examined all the balconies, all the catwalks, and determined that any hairline crack, and I use the word crack, but it could be something that appears to be a crack or on a weld that may have occurred when the balcony railings and the catwalk railings were put in 50 years ago, may have happened at that time due to the freeze-thaw cycles in New York City. The cost for all these weld repairs was above $1.5 million. What you really have to do is determine the structural stability of the railing by doing a pull test on it. And the city determined that it had to be 50 pounds per square inch on the pull test. We engaged a firm, an independent firm, to test the railings at 200 pounds per square inch. So we went 4 times the code requirement to ensure the safety for our residents. It was determined that many of the so-called cracks that were in the bid specification were not cracks at all. They were surface defects, or they may have been a tiny little crack on a weld. And by doing the pull tests, almost every single catwalk and balcony railing, in excess of 400, were all safe and in very good shape, eliminating the need to spend over $1.5 million. The repairs that we did do, because some of the cracks did have to be addressed, was probably in the neighborhood of $300,000, thereby saving the building $1.2 million. What this tells all of you is that although you hire engineers or architects, professionals to specify work, it's imperative that you as a managing agent, as the owner's rep, review the specifications and the details, because many times it's overkill. Safety is number one, but we have to ensure that the specifications are right, they're proper, there's not another way to do the job. In this particular case, it was a complete victory for the cooperative, our client, because not only did they save money, but we went over and above what the city code was to ensure that all the railings and catwalks were safe for our residents.